When I first played Ready or Not, I remember Talk giving me orders over the radio. And I was sitting tight in my chair like it was a real life or death situation.
Entry team, this is Talk. Suspects have a foothold in this area and they're refusing to cooperate.
But after some time I found myself walking into missions with a beanbag shotgun and a taser against machine guns and angry enemies. And eventually, that made me rethink everything. How a game I once treated so seriously now became my playground for completely unrealistic challenges. So today, I want to talk about how Ready or Not is really meant to be played. Not just by the book, not just for the score, but the experience we all fell in love with. Let's break that down. It really hit me one day just standing in headquarters, setting up my loadout, a beanbag shotgun, a pepper pistol, less lethal across the board. And I knew I was heading into a gang hideout, packed with rifles and suspects ready to kill. And for some reason, that didn't feel wrong. It was somehow the only choice. I loaded into Twisted Nerve, a place that should feel chaotic, unpredictable, dark and dangerous. But I didn't feel anything, no pressure, no tension. I just ran in, knowing if I mess up, I will restart. And that's when I realized the fear was gone, the weight of every decision gone. What started as a tense, realistic game was now cold, emotionless, routine. When did we start caring more about scoreboard than making it through? Let's be real, no officer walks into that kind of chaos with just a beanbag shotgun and hope. But at the same time, this game is not about spraying bullets at every shadow. It's about stepping into the unknown with your finger resting on the trigger. Not because you want to shoot, but because you might have to. It's about holding your breath at every corner, listening for footsteps you can't see, reading the briefing before the mission, planning for chaos. Because real danger doesn't knock. It's already in the room when you open the door. And when it hits you, you've got one shot to make the right call, so fast you don't even realize when you have time to think. Remember when you first heard Talk's voice during the gas station mission? That feeling of not knowing what's waiting inside. And standing over the map, planning your entry and looking at suspects and civilian faces.
Listen up. At around 2300, we received multiple 911 calls from the 4U gas station at 5th and...
Sometimes that means paper guns and zip cuffs. Other times it's a full team, rifles ready, trying to control the uncontrollable. You don't go in trying to be a hero. You go in trying to get everyone out alive. Your suspects, your civilians, your team, and yeah, you too. You don't fire unless you have to, but when you do, you commit, because hesitation, that's how officers die. But somewhere along the way, we forgot that. We started chasing S ranks like they meant something, as if a clean result mattered more than the real win. And you start to realize maybe that S doesn't stand for skill. Maybe it just means you follow the script, even when the script didn't even make sense. That's when I stopped caring about score. Now I treat every mission like it's the first time. No idea what's behind the next door. Shield up front, less lethal on the flank, rifle ready if things go bad. Some runs, everyone walks out in cuffs. Other times, things go loud and someone doesn't make it. But that's the truth of it. Ready or Not is not about perfection. It's about quick decisions, right calls, not just by the book, not just for the score, but for the experience that made us fall in love with this game in the first place. Chasing that S-rank, running sidearm challenges, I get it, it's fun. But if that's all we focus on, we lose what makes Ready or Not special in the first place. That tension as you stack up on a door, the silence before it all goes loud, the weight behind every choice, because what Ready or Not really teaches us is this. It's not about perfection. Plans fall apart. Things go wrong. You adapt, you push forward, that's how life works. And maybe more than anything, it shows us the value of every moment, every decision, knowing there is no reset in real life. If you enjoy this content, leave a like and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. Stay sharp, officers, and I will see you in the next call out.